All right, finally we are here. We are live. Got this damn thing to work. We are live. The Minnesota Vikings were not live tonight, losing to the Packers and embarrassing 37-10. Just really not what we were hoping to see, but kind of what we all expected to see. Honestly, guys, what did you Sean Mannion's performance today? But what you thought, was it better? Was it worse? Let's talk there. Let's start there because I think that is, you know, a big talker for this one. 26, 22 out of 36, 189 yards, one touchdown, two carries for 14 yards. He was the team's leading rusher tonight. He was the leading rusher on the ground. Sean Mannion did not throw an interception, did have his first career touchdown. So I guess good for him on that one. Uh, I don't know. Through the first three quarters of the game, he was what I expected, but then he made some really, really, really horrible throws behind Jefferson in the dirt on the one on the fourth down. I mean, he threw that outside to the sidelines, simple catch, simple pitch and catch. He threw it behind him. Not sure what was happening there. So I thought as the game progressed, he got a little bit worse. Yeah, Dirk. Chris Collinsworth calling, hey, Venomous. Thank you, man. Thank you. Really struggling to get this thing going tonight. I don't know why it wasn't coming up. Yeah, so our boy Sean Mannion, there was a couple good plays, mostly pretty bad. But I think that the biggest thing that this thing shows is no matter who's the quarterback, Clint Kubiak still going to call a shit game. We saw it. Runs up the middle that were going nowhere. 3rd and 10, you throw a 7-yard little pass, and you want them to run for the first down, not throwing beyond the sticks. So sick and tired of seeing that every single game this year. Clint Kubiak is a major problem. He definitely needs to go, which I think this entire coaching staff is going to go, but we'll get there eventually. I'm just going to read some of these comments here. Well, I did see, Rafi, that Mannion was pulled because he was actually hurt. So I think that's why they did that. I don't think it was because of performance. I definitely think it was because he was injured. That's why he came back in. Again, I don't know why you do it at that point. You're down by 30 points. Let the rookie finish the game. Yeah, see, Pip 2-3-2-3's got it. He was getting treated. That's why Mon went in. Again, but why not? Why not even just start with him? Thank you, Mr. Hampshire. Appreciate that. Again, a rookie, yes, it's not going to be pretty. He's going to have some ugly throws, but this kid can take off. He can run with his legs. He can make some plays. At least keep it interesting. And I guess Sean Mannion kept it interesting for the first 1.5 quarters. But when the defense is constantly out there, you're going 3 and out. You're going to get worn down. That's what happened. So this defense, again, it has major issues, major problems. Thank you, Barry Wynn. Bear down. I hope it's actually, I hope it's Mon versus Fields next week. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm actually going to go to that game. Pick the meaningless game to go to, but that's what we're doing. Yeah, it'd be fun to watch Mond and Fields just kind of ball it out. Look at this. Thank you, guys. Ching just rolling in here. Very, very unexpected, but appreciate it very much. All right, so let's break this thing down here a little bit. So Sean Mannion, not a great performance, but again, not an unexpected one. I do not know why, unless Kirk Cousins can play, I fully expect to see Kellen Mond, but it sounds like Cousins is still going to be out. So I would go with the rookie to see what he's got out there, see what he can do. Why not? The question is, let's not get that far yet. So Dalvin Cook, 9 carries, 13 yards. Again, just seemed like a lot of players are going up the middle. Right at Kenny Clark, not a good idea if you want to actually get some positive yards down. I would like to see a little more creativity with how they used him. Again, when they did go outside, it seems like he kind of ran 7 yards and was more than happy to get out of bounds. So I don't know. I haven't been super impressed with Dalvin Cook this season. I don't know what you guys think, but I don't know. I just think, I don't know. It just seems like he's not running as hard as he used to. and he's getting taken down fairly easily. So again, but he's not the reason we lost this game one bit. Offensively, let's just take on the offensive side of football. Throughout most of this game, our leading receiver was actually our center, Garrett Bradbury, with the one catch for 21 yards. This game was horrible. This game was shit. This game was turd. It's going to be very hard to find a stud in this one. But Garrett Bradbury, nothing better than seeing a big old lineman catch the football. And he was hauling ass. He was so excited. Everybody else was kind of standing there, thought the play was dead. But we got Garrett Bradbury hauling ass down the field for a 21-yard reception, which I believe is actually his second career reception. Correct me if I am wrong, but I do believe that is correct. Let's see what's in it. Yeah, we're going to talk about Mike Zimmer here in a little bit. Still going through the offense. So Garrett Bradbury, not a great job playing here tonight, but yes, Garrett Bradbury with the catch. Thank you, Daniel Hampshire. Again, coming through. Yeah, it was a hell of a catch by Bradbury. I wish he could block as good as he could catch. That's that's something he can't seem to do. But I'm surprised all of a sudden Clint didn't start throwing him some screens out there like he does with CJ Ham. It's just absolutely head scratching. I don't know. I feel like the play calling, you look at, the Cowboys come to town, Cooper Rush, they don't change their game plan. You see it with other quarterbacks. And I was just thinking during this game, if we were going against Sean Mannion, would he have had a good game against us? And I bet you he probably would have. So other teams are just going to call their playbook. I think we were way too – you kind of just bow down, you cower down, open the thing up, let him throw the ball down the field. Yeah, Justin Jefferson was getting double-teamed or getting safety help over the back end, but use KJ Osborne. They used Tyler Conklin today, which I was – if you're looking for a stud, Tyler Conklin could be definitely someone worth mentioning. I thought he was pretty solid today. Who is correcting grammar over there? These comments are coming in fast. Art Vandalay is the grammar police out there. What else happened? Looks like D.D. Westbrook had a catch. Don't remember seeing that. Madison, 4 carries. Cook looks like he got a little bit dinged up there. He did catch 3 balls for no yardage. So offensively, this was just it was as bad, if not worse than expected. Couldn't move the ball. Couldn't get a first down. We did get a first down. We got a penalty. But again, and the refs weren't the reason we lost this game. But Jesus, I'm so sick of seeing the Packers hold and not getting called, or when they have their arm completely around, I can't remember what receiver was, and they turn him and they pick the flag up, and then Eric Kendricks does the same thing, and that's definitely a penalty. Packers, I don't care if you want to admit it or not, they do get the majority of calls, and it's very, very frustrating to see, and they really don't need the help for the most part. So offensively, yes, just kind of what we thought. Dull, gross. Clint Kubiak, this game just showed 100% he is the problem. Whether it's Kirk Cousins, Sean Mannion, Kellen Mond, it don't matter. If Clint Kubiak is calling the plays, shit is going to be gross, and he will definitely be done after this season with the majority of this coaching staff, if not every single bit of it. First points of the half came on a Greg Joseph field goal, 51 yards in the freezing cold. Set a record, longest field goal at Lambeau in January. So well done, Greg Joseph. At least we got a couple things out of this game. We got Greg Joseph setting a record at Lambeau. So hell yeah to Greg Joseph. And Garrett Bradbury catching a 21-yard pass. And Sean Mannion's first career touchdown. Well done, Sean. Yeah, so some good things. We're looking for positives here. But I don't really want to bring this up yet, but Greg Joseph, future, is he someone we want to keep around? I think I'm going to save that for the Wednesday live. Don't want to get into that today, but definitely something to think about. Yes, one bar, he took off his shirt. He said, I'm out of here. And now he's being escorted out of the stadium. I heard Antonio Brown actually they thought he was a fan or something. So I think there was some police issues involved there. Anyway, yes. Chris Collinsworth is probably, I think, the second quarterback he loves almost as much as Aaron Rodgers as Sean Mannion. Kept talking about his fastball, 90-mile-per-hour fastball, his quick release. Just love those quick releases. Went right to the ground. So Mannion has a big arm. Let's throw that freaking ball down the field. Let's quit throwing it 7 yards on 3rd and 10. I don't know. We had a game without Kirk Cousins, and definitely was a downgrade at the quarterback position. I don't think Kirk Cousins comes in and wins this game for us by any means. I think Clint Kubiak's game call, his game plan was complete ass. So I don't think the quarterback change would make a huge, hell of a lot of difference. So special teams. Let's talk some special teams before we get into the defensive side of things. Um, Kenny Ngwangu, is it just me? And I don't know if it's something with the blocking he's seen up front, but to me, it seems like he is just randomly picking when he when he takes the ball out. Uh, it was an injury, Ethan. It was an injury. Uh, Mannion was out because his hand was dinged or something. Thank you for the 199. So yes, that was why Mon was only given one series. We're talking about special teams. Kenny Wangu. It just seems like it's very random when he takes the ball out. If I'm him, I'm taking it every time because literally it'll like land in the same spot. Sometimes he catches it, sometimes he doesn't. So I don't know if he's being told something, if it's the blocking, what's going on. But I don't know why, especially when the offense is just completely flaccid. Let that guy take it out every single time. He would have had what 8 attempts today. I mean, he's going to do something with one of those. So I would like to see him take it out more. It just seems like it was way too random for him to do that. But yeah, so in Guangzhou, I like to see him just take him out every single time. He's an explosive player. Why not do that? Well, Kellen Mond, but if he made a difference in this game as the starter, probably not. The score is probably very much the same, but at least would get the guys some experience against a good team playing in some tough conditions. And maybe he would have made a couple more plays that Sean Mannion didn't make. You can take off and run. Yeah, he almost had the near pick six. There probably would have been a little more, maybe worse, more catastrophic plays if he was playing. But, Kellen Mond. We'll probably see him on Sunday, especially if Cousins can't go, which I'm assuming he can't go. Oh, our draft priority. That's tough. You look really at where we're going to be picking probably anywhere from 12 to 15-ish. We need a corner. We need a pass rush. We need a consistent pass rush. Who knows what Hunter's future is going to be. That's where I'm looking first. Quarterback, I don't know. I think he probably waits, see where these guys shake out, where they fall. They're going to rise from here in the draft. Guys like Pickett, Corral. I know he's hurt now, but those are the guys that are Willis. You always see these huge rises coming up to the draft. So I expect a lot of these quarterbacks to go a lot earlier than they're being projected right now. You look at the center from Iowa. Yeah, taking the center early is very scary again after what happened with Garrett Bradbury, but it'd be kind of nice having a center who can anchor, who can fend out some of these guys like Kenny Clark instead of getting absolutely destroyed. But really, to me, I want to get a pass rush going. We need a pass rusher. And I don't know if there's someone worth taking right there, but elite pass rush helps your whole back end of your defense. You can have average corner play and elite pass rush, and those average corners look pretty damn good. So that's kind of where I would look now. But I don't know if that guy's there where we're going to end up being picking, but we'll see. It's still so early. I mean, it's January 2. Draft season officially kicks off about a week from today. So we'll definitely hop into that a lot more. Should we try and get Russell Wilson? Whew, man, I don't know. It all depends who's coming in here and if this GM is staying or not. Do we trust Rick to draft? I don't know. I always kind of been a fan of his drafts for the most part. Agree with a lot of his choices, except for I didn't like the Mike Hughes pick. Wasn't a huge fan of the Trey Waynes pick either. But for the most part, I do agree with a lot of his choices. I don't know if he's going to be around. I don't know if he's going to be our GM. I can't say that right now. I have no idea. It really comes down to what this front office, what this ownership wants to do. If they want to stick with Spielman and Zimmer, I can't imagine they do, but maybe they do. Let's just relax. Let's just see how this thing shakes out. We don't have the draft position finalized yet. I'm not going to make, projections in January 2nd. We're taking at 12 when our spot isn't even set in stone. I'd bend you over my knee right now. No, this whole last draft was not questionable. this was a draft class that wasn't really expected to see the field much. You went out and spent all this money in free agency. You have all these veteran players. Not every draft class is going to be Minnesota Vikings 2020 class where you get a ton of production out of the first 6-7 picks. This class was never going to be that way, alone from maybe Christian Darrisaw and you thought Wyatt Davis. So no, I was not expecting much from this. Actually, we got more of this class than I thought we would. Guys that can buy them stepping up kind of surprised me a little bit. So I wasn't expecting much. This is not shocking with what this draft class does. And you need 3 years for a reason. So we'll see what happens. Even look at from last year. 2019, all of a sudden Udo's been shit, but he's been playing more. So you're getting production with that 6th round pick. It may not be good production. KJ Osborne, a guy we both wrote off. Me and One Bar wrote this guy off. Now he's showing up year 2. So I would have given that pick an F a year ago, but right now it's looking a lot better. So again, you got to wait a little bit. All right, let's talk defense. Defensively, this was a defense that was keeping the Vikings in the game longer than they probably should have been. You're allowing the Packers to drive the field, and you're kind of clutching up in the red zone. So, yes, Chase D, Udo's horrible. I said he was horrible. Yeah, Lynch was another one. At least he's playing, he's starting. So, it hasn't been a good pick, but you're getting production out of the pick. That's all I'm saying. All right, so where are we at here? Defensively, again, this defense was holding their own. Not really holding their own. They're making a stand in the red zone. They're keeping the Packers to field goals. 6 points when it could have been a lot worse earlier. Really, the Packers could have 51 points today, but the defense held strong a couple times in the red zone. So, you can't say it's not a great job when you're getting 37 points, but really it could have been a lot worse. And again, they just get worn down. When the offense is going 3 and out every single time, it's hard to stay fresh, especially cold weather. You got a guy like A.J. Dillon pounding down on you. It's just, it's hard. It's hard, and that's what happened. They got worn down, and they weren't making plays. And really, there wasn't much of a pass rush this entire game. DJ Wanham, again, he had the big game against the Bears, and all of a sudden he disappears for 2. This is what we've seen from DJ Wanham. You try to create some pass rush. Seriously, guys, I didn't know T.Y. McGill was on the team, and I really follow this team very, very closely. That one slid by me. And when I saw 91 out on the field, I didn't know who the heck that guy was. Seriously, I don't know when that happened. T.Y. McGill had a hell of a play. He almost made a play. But again, like most of the season, it was a near miss. No, I didn't notice that venomous, but and then yeah, T.Y. McGill. I was shocked. I was like, what's his name for a couple weeks ago? T.J. Smith. It was bizarre. Yeah, I just work out my left arm all the time. I don't know what's going on. Just the way the shirt's riding, maybe. Yeah, thank you, Kyle F. It was, and I've heard of T.Y. McGill. The guy's he's played in 44 games. He's been on a couple different teams. I just didn't know he was a Viking, so I was surprised during the game, and it usually doesn't happen, but it happened today. Yeah, Chris Boyd. Let's talk about him. So Chris Boyd. If Chris Boyd turned around and faced the ball, would he be better? Because this guy, every time he's facing the receiver, doesn't have any idea where the ball is. I don't know how he can even come up and make a play when he doesn't know where the ball is going to be. So here, Chris Boyd, major liability today, just not good. And it's kind of what we've seen from Chris Boyd this year, but turn around and find the damn ball. So I don't know. To me, that was not great. Zimmer just asked, we'd like to see Mond. He says, not particularly. Well, you know what, Zimmer? Not a lot of people want to see you next week. So, let's read some comments here. Art Vandalay is still correcting grammar. Yeah, I don't know. Chris Boyd. Maybe Harrison Smith needs to tell him to turn around. Maybe Patrick Peterson needs to tell him to turn around. He had to tell Cam Dancer not to be in the end zone. When you're defending a game situation, the game's on the line. Brian had. So you saw Dancer was out. You knew it was to be a blowout. I don't know if Dancer would have been much better. He does make the occasional play, though. So Dancer definitely a step up from Chris Boyd. But I think another interesting thing was when Boyd got hurt, it was Ty Smith who came in and not Harrison Hand. Not sure when Ty Smith jumped him on the depth chart. It was probably the same time we signed T.Y. McGill. So I don't know. So yeah, the defense again. I mean, okay early, but you definitely see them get worn down. James Lynch had a play early. Patrick Peterson, I mean, had a couple plays. Kendricks was, I thought he was pretty solid today. He ever led a team with 8 tackles, but I don't know. No real big plays. Anthony Barr with 9. So it's just, I don't know. It's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating just the way this whole thing went. But again, not unexpected. So, all right, let's move on. Let's talk about our head coach. Do we all assume? Are we all on the same page that that he's going to coach the last game? Right? I mean, I said at this point, I think it would. I don't know. Why would you make the change right now? I don't think getting an extra week and hiring somebody makes a lot of sense. See what you guys think. Fire Zimmer now or fire Zimmer after the Bears game? Jay Weissenborn thinks Zimmer is gone tomorrow by noon. Yeah. Syndics let him coach the last game. It's more classy. Now. Afterwards, definitely after. Automatically and well. Monamia says fire him. Monamita is sick of it. Griffith, Griff thinks he's going to coach the last game. He's going to be gone for the season. Fire Zimmer now. After last game. Well, Chris Collinsworth had an interesting comment during the game. He said, you may find a new coach, but you're not going to find a better coach. I'm not a big Chris Collinsworth guy, but there's some truth to that, I think. Zimmer came in here. He's had some very, very tough things to deal with. He had, took this team that was not competitive at all. Gets us, to the title game. Then he got us to the playoffs. So, and we're always, been pretty competitive under Mike Zimmer. We all like Mike Zimmer. He's a beer drinking kind of a guy, no bullshit kind of a guy. So I think, I don't know, you kind of just let him finish it out. What's it matter at this point? What's one extra week mean in the head coaching search? I don't think it's going to make any difference. Let him finish his damn thing. What's going to happen? Worst case, you lose against the Bears and you pick a little bit higher. Let him do it. Just let him do it. Let him finish this thing. You can make the decision Monday the 10th, which will be it's Black Monday usually in the NFL. So a lot of head coaches will be getting the axe. And I do believe Mike Zimmer will be one, and he deserves to be one. He absolutely deserves to be one. It's just time. I respect the guy. I like what he did for the franchise. I enjoyed having him as our head coach. But time does come to move on. And I think the game's passing by a little bit. And I would actually be surprised if Mike Zimmer continues to coach. I think he's actually done coaching. I think it's time for him just to hang it up completely. If he ends up with another team, I would actually be shocked. I think he's worn down. I think he wants to just be a grandpa on his ranch. And they can be completely happy with that. And I do think he's done. And I think he's just, I don't know. I don't think his defense works anymore. I think they figured it out. Offenses know how to beat it. And he's not evolving with the NFL game. It's all about, taking these chances now, fourth and short, wherever you are on the field, not like it used to be. And, he's very happy with his young beaver. You're right, Dirk. I don't think he'll be – maybe I'm completely wrong. How old is Mike Zimmer? I don't know. I don't think he's going to be a defensive coordinator. I don't think he – like I said, I think his what is he? 65 years. How much longer is this guy going to coach? And it's kind of an archaic style. People have figured it out. So I'd be surprised if he got hired anywhere else. So that's my thoughts on Mike Zimmer. Finish the season, and I think he actually retires. I don't think he coaches again. Cousins was not the problem. Yeah, I think this game showed that Clint Kubiak's really the true problem. Absolutely. I just Googled it. It says 65. Hurt. Yeah, he's been a horrible defense, and that's what. And we'll probably do a video on biggest disappointments or head scratchers of the season, but our run defense, especially, is just I just don't get it. I just don't get it. My pick for head coach, I don't know. I want a young offensive mind, whether that's Dable, Moore, Leftwich, somebody, um, someone fresh, someone with an offensive background, someone who's going to adapt to today's game. Um, that's what I want. And I also think a coach who's going to be a head coach. Mike Zimmer, Kyle, I think Rudolph even said this, and not even like he said it kind of in passing, but he's a defensive coordinator with the head coach label. I don't think he stood back and watched the whole game as it evolved, as it was going on. He was always thinking defense, which kind of resulted in some of his head scratching decisions: when to go for it, when not to go for it, when you're kicking field goals, when you're calling timeouts. It was just, I don't know. I think he was a D coordinator with the head coach title. So I want to see a coach who's truly a head coach, watching all facets of his game and being in charge of all of them. That's what I want to see a new head coach do. So Tim Tebow for coach. Interesting. Yeah. What does it? I mean, the Bears game now. You can get second or third. I don't know. I don't like looking too far in the future with the schedule. You don't know who's going to be good. Look at the Bengals this year. We're all bitching when we got beat by the Bengals. They're a horrible team. They beat us while they're in the playoffs and looking pretty damn good. Win their division. You don't know what teams are going to be like year to year. So I'm not going to get too upset about the schedule or too excited about it. Bieniemy, yeah, I'd take Bieniemy. Harbaugh, I don't know. Dan Quinn, nah. I don't want Doug Peterson. Other than the Super Bowl year, his career was not very impressive. Yep, I do want an offensive guy. Yeah, Rafi, you're right. I mean, you see a team like the Bengals, ton of young talent on offense, a team that's playing consistently and playing well. And Zach Taylor looked like ass his first year, but he was another one of these young guys who, it's the way to go, and it's working. It's absolutely working. Yeah, yep. I agree. Griff, I agree. Yeah, Art Stefanski's having some growing problems this year. Having a couple of rough games. He's had a lot of COVID issues there, but Stefanski's still a good coach. He's got the Browns really where they need to be. The Texans said the Colts, and also Falcons and said Saints. Who's the Saints quarterback be next year? I mean, maybe the Colts, but you don't know. I mean, Texans are actually playing decent right now. They're playing competitively. Davis Mills is actually looking fairly decent. So you don't know what they're going to be like next year. Could be a lot better. So I'm not going to start looking at the schedule here January of the year before. All right. So McDaniels, that's an interesting one that everybody kind of keeps forgetting. I think that would be okay. I'd be fine with Josh McDaniels. I don't know. I'm not agreeing on this complete rebuild. And you look at the roster, there's pieces on the O-line, there's pieces on offense. Defensively, there's a little more issues there, but you keep Kendricks, you're going to keep Smith for 1 year probably. Cam Bynum might be a piece you can grow around. Cam Dancer can at least play a role, corner 2 or 3 or something, but I think you got enough to have this be a short turnaround. Maybe you don't have a great 2022 season, but I think you come back and you're competitive the next year after that. PJ Fleck, I don't think he would either. No, we don't want Matt Nagy. Can we dish the zone blocking? Yes, I'd like to do the smash mouth. I don't like zone blocking at all. And I want big, beefy, mean linemen. Get rid of Boyd. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Again, if you guys have not done it yet, be sure to sign up for our Patreon. Link is on the page somewhere. I will get yelled at if I don't bring it up very soon. $2 a month. Mystery video every single week. Enter for a drawing at the end of the month, which we should be doing here pretty soon. And also a chance to go on the One Bar quiz show for some swag as well. I do think it's interesting to watch what happens with Cousins here. We got a lot of teams that are close, a quarterback away. Look at what's going to happen in Pittsburgh next year. They may want Kirk Cousins. If you can get a fairly decent deal, they can take some of that salary cap away from us. I wouldn't be opposed to dealing Cousins for the right price. You saw the difference it was today with a second guy. Move Bradbury to H back, and they might have to. The guy's got some freaking hands. He's got some wheels. He moved well today. Thank you, Griff, again. Griff, just for you, I got a fact for you today, so be sure to stay on after this thing because the fact is all for you. It's all for you. Always was. Fleck is a Pete Carroll type. Yeah. Just reading this long comment by the Savvy Ninja. Bradbury, yes. Andre Patterson. Do they, though? I really don't want anybody on this coaching staff. I just want fresh face. I want fresh meat. I want a fresh regime in here. I really do. It's just time. It's just time for it. And we see it every single game. I think with a better coach, this team's, 2-3 more wins. I don't think we're losing these close games. You're winning these close games. And it's just frustrating. Of all the years to miss the playoffs, this is the year I think any team really has a shot. There's no dominant over, just the team that's definitely going to get to the Super Bowl. You need their division. So I think this would have been the year. Again, I feel like we have a lot of talent on this roster, and we blew it all. We really blew it all. And it's frustrating. That's what really chaps my ass. But this whole thing is just, of all the years to not be able to get in the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised if a 6 seed runs the table or gets to the Super Bowl or wins it all. It's just, but it is what it is. All right, I'm starting to lose my voice. Let's do it. Let's go on to the studs and turds. We've talked this loss out. We will be talking about the upcoming season finale plenty this week. Ramifications of it. Is this Mike Zimmer's last game? Will we see Kellen Mond? Will we see Sean Mannion? Will we see Kirk Cousins? Will we see Kyle Sloter? Who knows? Who knows? So, all right. We always end on a positive note. So who are your turds of the game? Give it to me. I want turd right now. Only turd. Let's see some turds. AJ Barnes, 100% agree. Mr. Be Nice says the turd is Mannion. Jelly Monster's going Zimmer. Zimmer's King Turd from Matt Burns. Boyd. Zimmer. Kubiak. Montemudi says Collinsworth. That's creative, Montemudi. Very creative. Zimmer and Kubiak. Boyd. Only one for Mannion, Boyd, Kubiak. Kubiak, yeah. I mean, that's hard to argue. Collinsworth knows. Yeah, it was Savvy Ninja. At least we got something out of this game. Garrett Bradbury catching that ball will be great. T. Kubler, Zimmer for not giving White Davis the time of day. Yeah, I wonder if there's more to it. I mean, is he not? Is he hurt? I hope he's hurt. Lambeau for him not being able to say Jared Alexander. Yeah, he really butchered that thing. This is on Zimmer. Our defense has been awful all year, so yes. Costas Justin Fields. Yeah, maybe. But we also traded down. Manning threw the ball behind everyone. Yeah, but then again, if that's the case, maybe you go with Kellen Mond, Venomous. So again, it's on the coaches. Yeah, I mean, Mannion was what I thought he would be. I'm not giving him the turd. I really thought it was about what I expected. It was weird. I thought he actually got worse as the game went on, but I wasn't expecting a whole lot more with Sean Mannion. My turd is going to be Chris Boyd. Again, but that's another thing we don't really talk about. But why is Chris Boyd? Why is Alexander? Why are they the two covering Devontae Adams? Why don't you put your best corner, Patrick Peterson, have him shadow him the entire game, go wherever he goes? You see it happen with other teams. Why we had our scrub corners covering arguably the best receiver in the NFL, I have no idea. But Chris Boyd was especially awful today, never looking around, never turning around, getting beat. And then he finally makes a play late in the game. And he's doing the no sign or whatever. It was embarrassing. It was sad. Chris Boyd, you are ass, and you are my turd. All right, so now a very difficult task, guys. Very, very difficult task. Who is your stud? Who is your stud of the game? Not an easy game to pick a stud out of. Yeah, Giovanni, he does. Alexander just looks off. He went to Cincinnati. He got ruined. He came back. Esper says Kenny and Guangwu. Not sure why. Conklin from Giovanni 17. Stud is Ty Smith. KJ Osborne, Hennigan. Barry Joseph, not many choices. Yeah, there's not many choices, Rafi. You are right. Brian O'Neill. Conklin. Yeah, I don't know, Greg P. on the up-and-coming GMs. That's a good question. Not really sure. Stud is Jordan Berry, team MVP. Bradbury's catch. Osborne. Yeah, Osborne did have a good game. A couple great catches. That one-handed one wasn't crazy. Greg Joseph, Conklin. Conklin was the only player who shined tonight. Wake fans for watching. Hey, Purple Haze, we all knew this was going to be a brutal watch. No doubt. Another KJ Osborne, Barry, John Madden. Yeah, it's Richardson. What did Richardson do tonight? I don't know. I didn't think it was his greatest performance. 3 tackles and tackle for loss. Yeah, Osborne's something. I mean, me and Wimbar both wrote this guy off, and then he comes out and he's playing pretty damn good this year. Pretty impressive. Yeah, I also, Giovanni, you got number 5 out there to 91. At least I knew Ty Smith was on the team. I did not know Hewam Gill was a Viking. Very embarrassing. Trey Stallings. That was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. The whole game, super embarrassing. But it's not like we haven't been there before. It's not like we haven't seen this before. Every Vikings fan, it's in the back of your head. You know, it's going to be gross. And it got gross. And it probably deserved to be gross. Ty Smith flashed. All right. So Michael Bergquist is pimping his Levin Culpepper jersey. Thank you, Trey, for the $5. Appreciated very much. Greg Joseph for the record 51-yarder. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find bright spots in this game, but there were a couple good things that happened. So I'm going to go ahead and give you my stud. My stud, again, no real surprise, but I'm going to go Tyler Conklin because he had 5 catches, 47 yards, and he really was the only offense there early in the game. He was still making catches when this game was still relevant, when this game was still being competed, when this game was still being contested. Osborne kind of came late when this thing was already a blowout, so I'm going to go Tyler Conklin. I thought he really clutched up, played well today, made some good plays, ran hard, and he was, he played through injury, came back after going out. So Tyler Conklin is my stud. People needs to stay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn on that one. I'm not sure. I just feel if you're going to make a coaching change, you might as well make the GM change right now because they've both been here forever. I mean, God, Spielman's been here since 06. So 16 years and no Super Bowl. Maybe time to make a move. I don't know. I mean, nothing against Spielman. I'll be fine if he stays, but sometimes things just have to come to an end. Like this show. It's supposed to come to an end right now. So thanks for everybody for hopping on. Wish we were talking about a little more exciting game. I wish we weren't talking about the Vikings season being over with a week left to play, but it is what it is. We'll keep grinding this thing out. We'll be here all next week with the regular content. We'll be sculling with Foz at some point this week. Not sure if I'm doing it or if Wimbar's doing it, but it's always good to talk to Foz. And we will talk to him at some point this week. We'll definitely have a pregame. So this is your fact. This fact is for my buddy Griff. He probably already knows this, but I'm going to tell him anyway. Griff, I hope you're still on. I hope you're listening. Here it comes, Griff. Thank you, Trey. You have a good one, too. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. All right. Where is it here? I know I have it somewhere. This was embarrassing. Oh, here we go. All right, Griff. All right. This is your fact. Leaving you on this note right here as before we prepare for the final game of the season. Eating a mango 1 to 2 hours before smoking a joint boosts the high from the marijuana. You're welcome. All right, guys. Keep your skull in your hole. Have a wonderful night.